Welcome back to Rare Finds Vault. Today, first up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian currency, focusing on a true gem in the numismatic world, the 2004 Australian 50-cent coin. Is your spare change hiding a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Let's find out. The 2004 Australian 50-cent coin was minted with the iconic dodecagonal shape and made from a cupro nickel alloy. Its obverse features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. On the reverse, we see the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin. But what sets this coin apart? The subtle details and unique characteristics that make certain editions highly valuable. First up, the silver shade effect. Some collectors report finding 204.50 coins that appear to have a brighter, almost silver-like tone. This phenomenon is believed to be due to variations in the minting process, specifically the metal mix or polishing techniques. While not officially recognized as an error, these coins attract premium prices due to their rarity and aesthetic appeal. If you've noticed a silver shine on your 2004 coin, it might be worth getting it appraised. In determining its value, extra fine or EF coins show minimal wear, with all details clear and sharp. This condition often appeals to collectors because it balances affordability and quality. To achieve a higher market value, make sure your coin is graded professionally by a recognized service. These organizations provide a reliable certificate of authenticity. In today's collector market, a 2004 Australian 50-cent coin in extra fine condition can fetch anywhere from $90 to $2,000 depending on its specific features. However, coins with the rare silver shade effect or high mint state grades higher have been known to sell for. The value of these coins can skyrocket as interest grows, so keep an eye on auctions and collector forums. Look for any unique features, such as the silver shade effect or minimal wear. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Small details can make a big difference. Compare with other coins, check for noticeable differences in luster or design clarity. Professional grading adds legitimacy and value to your coin sell through trusted platforms. Use reputable auction houses or online marketplaces, but always check buyer reviews. So, there you have it. The 2004 Australian 50-cent coin might just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, always keep an eye on your spare change. You never know what it might be worth. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coin collecting to uncover the story behind the 1978 Australia 10-cent coin in a brownish shade. Stay tuned, because you might just have a treasure hiding in your change jar. First, let's talk about the history of the Australian 10-cent coin. Introduced in 1966 during the decimal currency transition, the coin's design features the iconic lyrebird, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife. By 1978, the coin was widely circulated and its design remained consistent. But what makes the 1978 edition so special? The key lies in a few rare anomalies, including the unique brownish shade seen on some coins. These discolorations are often caused by environmental factors, like exposure to moisture or oxidation of the copper-nickel alloy. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale ranging from poor to mint state. A 1978 Australia 10-cent coin in very fine condition means it has seen circulation but still retains most of its details. You'll notice slight wear on the lyrebird's feathers and the queen's portrait, but overall it remains crisp and legible. Collectors often value these coins not just for their rarity but also for their condition. A brown-shaded 1978 coin in very fine condition is a particularly intriguing find, due to its unusual appearance. So, what's the big question? How much is this coin worth in today's collector market? While standard 1978 Australia 10, those with unique features like the brownish hue can fetch higher prices. On platforms or specialized numismatic forums, such coins have been known to sell for anywhere between $65,000, depending on the buyer's interest. In rare cases, exceptional examples could even go for $76,000 or more. The exact price depends on factors like rarity, condition, and demand. Look for the brownish shade and assess its overall condition. Authenticate, consult a coin dealer or numismatist to verify its uniqueness and grade. Online platforms, Facebook Marketplace, or numismatic websites are great places to find interested buyers. Be sure to include high-quality photos and a detailed description. Why are collectors willing to pay a premium for this coin? It's all about the story. Unique features like the brownish shade make it stand out in any collection. Plus, coins from the 1970s are growing in popularity as nostalgic items for collectors. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, always remember, keep an eye on your loose change. Treasures often hide in plain sight. Handle coins with care to preserve their condition. Stay updated on market trends to know when to sell. And who knows, your next find could be worth a big fortune. Have you checked your pocket change lately? The 1978 Australian 10-cent coin might just be your ticket to the exciting world of coin collecting. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating and often overlooked gem of Australian coinage, the Australia 20-cent 2014 coin with a silver shade and black dots. What makes this particular coin so special? And why is it catching the attention of collectors and investors around the globe? Stick around to find out how this seemingly ordinary coin is making big waves in the market and discover just how much it's worth today. Let's start by understanding the basics. The 20-cent coin is one of Australia's standard denominations, first introduced back in 1966, following the country's decimal currency shift. Typically, these coins feature the iconic Australian coat of arms, and they're part of the regular coinage that circulates in daily life. But, as with many coins, occasionally a rarity comes along that changes the way we look at things. In today's, the Royal Australian Mint released a coin with a unique variation, a silver shade, with small noticeable black dots scattered across the design. Now, at first glance, this may seem like just a minor anomaly, but for coin collectors, this is where the excitement begins. Now let's talk about those mysterious black dots. So, what exactly caused them? Well, the black dots on these coins were a minting error. Due to a mistake during the production process, tiny particles of metal or dirt got trapped during the striking process, leaving these distinctive black marks. Although minting errors are fairly common, this particular one is rare enough to spark interest among collectors. And the silver shade? That's part of a subtle tonal variation that further enhances the coin's appeal. As you can see here, the black dots are noticeable across the design of the coin, usually around the coat of arms, but they vary from coin to coin. This irregularity means that no two coins are exactly alike, which makes each one even more special. Now let's move on to something important for any coin collector: the condition. This 2014 Australia 20-cent coin is known for its very fine condition. While many of these coins circulated widely, some have been well preserved, making them highly desirable in today's market. A very fine coin typically means it has minimal wear and retains most of its design details. If you compare a very fine coin to one that's been heavily circulated, the difference is clear. The clarity of the design, the crispness of the edges, and the visibility of those rare black dots, all of this adds to its value. Alright, let's talk about the exciting part, the market value. The price of a 2014 Australia 20-cent coin with a silver shade and black dots has skyrocketed in recent years. As of today, these coins can fetch anywhere from $20,000 in the collector's market depending on their condition and the prominence of the black dots. But that's just the start. Rare minting errors like these, especially those in excellent condition, can go for much more at auctions, with some reaching up to $25,000 or more. It's the perfect example of how a coin that might seem like a simple curiosity to the untrained eye could be a hidden treasure in the world of numismatics. Just imagine having one of these sitting in your collection and selling it years down the road at an even higher price. That's the thrill of collecting rare coins, not just the hunt, but the potential investment value as well. So why has this coin become such a hot commodity? Well, beyond the rarity of the minting error, collectors love coins that have a unique backstory. The fact that this coin is tied to a mistake in production makes it all the more intriguing. It's the kind of coin that tells a story of imperfection, making it all the more collectible. The beauty of minting errors is that they're one of a kind. You'll never find another coin exactly like it, and as more collectors discover these hidden gems, the value just keeps going up. If you're wondering how to get your hands on one of these coins, the best places to start are online auction sites, coin shops, and dedicated numismatic marketplaces. You might even get lucky by checking your pocket change or looking through coin rolls from the bank. Just make sure to inspect every coin closely for the black dots and the distinctive shape. Keep an eye out for coins that are in very fine condition or better, as they'll fetch the highest prices. And if you find one, make sure to store it in a protective holder to preserve its value. So there you have it, the Australia 20-cent 2014 coin with a silver shade and black dots is more than just a curious anomaly. It's a sought-after collectible that could be worth substantial money. Next up, we're talking about a very specific and increasingly popular coin in the collector's market, the 1993 Jamaican $1 coin. With its unique yellowish shade and its rarity in very fine condition, this coin has caught the attention of collectors around the globe. Stick around to learn why this coin is in demand, how much it's worth today, and what makes it so special. Let's start with a little history. The Jamaican $1 coin was introduced in 1990, replacing the $1 banknote. The 1993 version is part of this series but stands out due to its distinctive yellowish tone caused by its composition of aluminum bronze. On the obverse side, you'll find Jamaica's coat of arms, a design that celebrates the country's rich history and heritage. On the reverse side is the portrait of Sir Alexander Bustamante, Jamaica's first prime minister and a national hero. These details make the coin a piece of Jamaican history, but it's not just the design that makes this coin valuable. Now let's talk about the unique yellow shade. While most 1993 Jamaica $1 coins are made of aluminum bronze, some batches exhibit a more pronounced yellow hue. This could be due to slight variations in the alloy mix or environmental factors that affected the coin's finish over time. Coins with this yellowish tone, especially in very fine condition or better, are rare finds. For collectors, this small difference can mean a big increase in value. So how much is this coin worth today? Its collector's market value can range anywhere from $126,000 depending on the condition and the buyer's interest. Coins in very fine condition, like the one we're highlighting today, are especially sought after. If you have a coin that's in mint or uncirculated condition, you could potentially fetch an even higher price, up to $135,000 or more. Auctions and online marketplaces often see bidding wars for these rare coins. But why is this coin so valuable? It all comes down to supply and demand. Coins from smaller countries like Jamaica are often minted in lower quantities compared to coins from larger economies. Add to that the specific yellow shade variant and the condition requirements, and you have a coin that's both rare and highly collectible. Additionally, many older Jamaican coins were taken out of circulation or melted down, reducing their availability today. If you think you might have this coin, here's how to identify and grade it. Look for the year. Make sure it's minted in 1993. The yellowish tone is what makes this coin stand out. A very fine coin will show only slight wear, with most details still visible. If it looks worn down, the value might decrease significantly. I recommend using a magnifying glass and a proper grading guide to assess your coin's condition. Once you've identified your coin and confirmed its condition, it's time to sell. Here are some popular options. Online marketplaces where collectors worldwide can bid on your coin. Coin shows and conventions, which are great for connecting with serious buyers that specialize in rare coins. Local coin shops, though you might not get the highest price here. Make sure to research the market value and negotiate smartly to get the best deal. If you're just starting out as a collector, here are a few tips. Make sure you know what makes a coin valuable. Coins in better condition fetch higher prices, so keep them protected. Rare coins like the 1993 Jamaican $1 can increase in value over time, and remember, every coin has a story. It's not just about the money, but the history and culture behind it. So, the next time you're going through old coins or visiting Jamaica, keep an eye out for the 1993 Jamaica $1 coin with that special yellow shade. You never know, it could be the hidden treasure you've been looking for. Next up, we're diving into the world of Australian currency to discuss an intriguing and rare piece, the 2001 Australian 20-cent coin with a multicolor layer. Could this unique coin be your ticket to a small fortune? Stick around as we explore its history, rarity, condition, and market value today. The Australian 20-cent coin is one of the most recognizable coins in the country's currency system, originally introduced in 1966. But the 2001 edition holds a special place in collectors' hearts due to its commemorative significance. 2001 marked the centenary of Australia's federation, and coins minted that year celebrated this historic event. What sets the 2001 multicolor layer 20-cent coin apart, though, is its unique design and coloring. While standard coins featured traditional finishes, this rare variant appears to have an additional colored layer, which has sparked interest and debate among numismatists. Was it an intentional minting, or could it be an accidental yet fascinating error? Let's uncover more. What exactly is the multicolor layer? Upon close inspection, this variant displays a distinct layering of colors, possibly the result of a post-mint chemical reaction, environmental exposure, or experimental techniques. These multicolor effects make the coin visually striking and highly sought after. But here's the catch. These coins are not officially listed as special editions by the Royal Australian Mint. This mystery only adds to their allure for collectors worldwide. When assessing the value of a 2001 Australia 20-cent multicolor coin, condition plays a crucial role. Coins in fine condition, like those with minor scratches and some wear, hold value but won't reach their peak potential. However, if you own one in mint or uncirculated condition, you're looking at a significantly higher market value. Now let's talk numbers. Over the years, the value of the 2001 multicolored layer coin has fluctuated, but it's currently trending upward. Thanks to a growing interest in error coins and uniquely colored pieces, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. In today's, these coins have been sold at auctions and online marketplaces for impressive sums. For a fine condition coin, you can expect to earn anywhere between $38,000. For coins in higher conditions, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, sales have reached as high as $42,000. If you think you've got one of these rare coins, here's how to confirm its authenticity. Inspect the color layer. The multicolor effect should look natural, blending with the coin's surface. Beware of artificially painted coins. Ensure it's the 2001 edition with the Federation design. Weight and dimensions. A genuine coin should weigh approximately 11.3 grams and have a diameter of 29.50 to weigh in the ground. Seek professional appraisal. If you're unsure, take the coin to a reputable numismatist for verification. Once you've confirmed the authenticity of your coin, the next step is selling. Here are some tips to get the best price. Online marketplaces, marketplace, and specialized numismatic forums are excellent platforms for purchasing. Consider selling through a reputable auction house to attract serious collectors. Rating services. Have your coin professionally graded by a service, maximize its value. Patience pays. Hold onto your coin until market demand peaks. Rarity increases over time. So, is the 2001 Australian 20-cent multicolored layer coin worth a fortune? Absolutely, if you've got one in good condition. Its rarity, unique coloring, and the growing fascination with error coins make it a valuable addition to any collection. If you've come across one of these beauties, don't let it slip through your fingers. Who knows? You might be holding onto a piece of Australian numismatic history worth thousands of dollars. Search the floor for the microchip label to read more. Next up, we're diving into the world of Australian currency to uncover the hidden treasure of a special coin, the 1997 Australia 20-cent piece. If you have one in your collection, especially in extra fine condition with a white shade, you might be sitting on a big fortune. So, let's explore its value in today's collector market. The Australian 20-cent coin is a classic part of the nation's currency. First introduced in 1966, its design has remained largely consistent. The obverse features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse showcases Stuart Devlin's iconic platypus design, a true symbol of Australia. But what makes the 1997 Australia 20-cent coin stand out? Let's dig a little deeper. The Royal Australian Mint produced a series of 20-cent coins that, at first glance, seemed quite ordinary. However, collectors noticed a subtle but significant difference in some coins, a distinct white shade. This variation is believed to be caused by a unique minting process or the type of alloy used at the time. which resulted in a lighter or frosted appearance compared to the usual finish. Coins with this white shade have become incredibly rare over time, making them highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A 1997 Australia 20-cent coin in extra fine condition will show only minor signs of wear, with most of its details still crisp and clear. If you're lucky enough to have one in uncirculated condition, its value could skyrocket even further. But even in extra fine condition, this coin is catching the attention of collectors due to its rarity and unique appearance. So what's the value of a 1997 white shade 20-cent coin in today's market? It all depends on demand, condition, and how you sell it. In extra fine condition, these coins can fetch anywhere from $55,000 depending on the buyer. For uncirculated coins, prices can climb up to $65,000 or more. Rare mint errors or unique variations may command even higher prices. Coin experts recommend selling through reputable platforms like specialized coin auctions or well-known marketplaces, as these attract serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Not sure if your 1997 Australia 20-cent coin is the valuable white shade variety? Here are some tips. Inspect the surface under good lighting. Look for a lighter, frosted finish compared to standard coins. Coins in better condition fetch higher prices. Weigh your coin. Mint variations may result in slight differences in weight. Once you've identified your coin, consider having it professionally graded by companies. This can significantly boost its value in the eyes of collectors. Rare coins like the 1997 white shade 20-cent piece are a reminder of how fascinating the world of numismatics can be. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for these hidden gems can pay off in more ways than one. Next up, we're diving into a very special coin, one that beautifully captures Australia's unique wildlife and has become a sought-eater piece for collectors worldwide. This is the 2004 Australian 50-cent coin released by the Royal Australian Mint. It features a stunning design that showcases three of Australia's most iconic and beloved animals: the vibrant lorikeet, the cuddly koala, and the rugged wombat. Designed by artist Jovan Miletic, the 2004 coin commemorates Australian fauna in all its glory. Each animal is captured in intricate detail, reflecting the natural beauty of the species and their place in Australia's diverse ecosystem. Now, let's talk about the coin's condition. The 2004 Australia 50-cent coin is known for its high-quality minting, but one version in particular has attracted a lot of attention in the collector's market today. It's the version with dark brown spots, often referred to as a blemished or spotty coin. These dark brown spots, often caused by environmental exposure or the natural aging of the metal, are typically not something you want to see in your coins. However, interestingly, the presence of these spots can actually increase the coin's value. Yes, you heard that right. Coins that exhibit these dark brown spots or other unique characteristics are often seen as rare or even error coins. In the collector's world, rarity is key, and these slight imperfections make the coin stand out from the rest. So what makes this coin so valuable? Well, coins like the 2004 Australian 50-cent with these dark spots are considered to be in fine or good condition, depending on the severity of the blemishes. These imperfections don't necessarily take away from the coin's artistic value. In fact, they can make the coin even more intriguing for those looking to own something unique. In the collector's market today, a 2004 Australian 50-cent coin in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 if it's free from major wear. But if it's one of those rare coins with the characteristic dark brown spots, the value can jump significantly. Coins with these imperfections can sometimes be valued anywhere between $8,000, depending on the extent of the spots and the demand in the market at the time. Collectors love the idea of owning a coin that stands out, and blemishes like dark brown spots add a level of mystery to a coin. They can sometimes even represent historical factors, like how the coin was stored or its exposure to the environment. Isn't that fascinating? It's amazing how a small imperfection can increase a coin's worth. And with the Australian 50-cent coin from 2004, it's a perfect example of how rarity, condition, and uniqueness come together to make it a valuable item for collectors. So if you happen to find a 2004 Australian 50-cent coin with these unique blemishes, dark brown spots or otherwise, be sure to check its value before you pass it off as just another coin. You could be holding a hidden gem that's worth far more than you think. Next up, we're diving deep into a particular coin that might just be hiding in your pocket right now. The 1984 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, featuring some intriguing light silver spots on the obverse. We'll talk about its rarity, its market value, and what collectors are willing to pay for it in today's market. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore this coin. Let's start by taking a close look at the coin itself. This is the 1984 Washington quarter, and as you can see, it features George Washington on the front with a majestic eagle on the reverse. What makes this coin particularly interesting are the light silver spots found on the obverse. These silver spots, while not overly common, can appear due to a number of factors. It could be from the coin being exposed to moisture or other environmental elements, which causes oxidation or tarnishing. These spots are typically referred to as toning or patina, and in some cases they can actually add character to a coin. However, in terms of collector value, it's important to note that silver spots can sometimes detract from a coin's grade. Now, if you're wondering what's the deal with the P mint mark, well, that's a great question. The 1984 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and coins struck there carry the P mint mark. This is a key detail for collectors, as it helps to distinguish the coin's origin and can sometimes affect its value depending on rarity and condition. On the reverse, we see the iconic eagle perched with the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum along with the $quarter inscription. While the reverse is fairly standard for quarters from this era, it's the obverse that often holds the most intrigue for collectors, especially when you factor in things like silver spots or toning. Alright, so you're probably asking yourself, what is this 1984 Washington quarter worth today? Let's talk about its market value and what factors influence its price. The value of any coin is primarily determined by its condition, rarity, and demand in the collector market. A 1984 Washington quarter in very fine condition, which is the grade we're discussing today, generally carries a price between $25 and $50, but this is just the starting point. When you factor in things like the P mint mark and any unique characteristics, like the light silver spots we're discussing, the value can shift. If the spots are seen as desirable toning, some collectors might pay more for it. Now, if you have a 1984 Washington quarter in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher, you're looking at a much higher value. Coins in this grade can be worth anywhere from $86,000 or more, depending on the demand at any given time. But remember, grading is key in determining a coin's true value. Grading a coin like this involves looking for several key elements. You'll want to inspect the coin for any wear, scratches, or toning. A fine grade means that the coin has some wear, but the design elements, such as the hair detail on George Washington, are still visible and clear. If your coin has these silver spots, but is in otherwise good condition, it could still be valuable to the right collector. The market for coins, especially those minted in the 1980s, is driven by collectors who seek specific types of coins. Some might be hunting for coins with rare minting errors, others might be looking for the P mint mark, or they might simply be drawn to a coin that shows a unique aesthetic. These light silver spots, though relatively minor, can make a coin stand out from the crowd, and that's something to consider if you're looking to sell. Looking at the broader market trends, we've seen some interesting movements. The value of quarters like the 1984 Washington has stayed fairly stable over the past decade, but certain coins, especially those in better than average condition or with unique characteristics like our light silver spots, can sometimes fetch higher prices at auction. The collector market is always evolving, so values can fluctuate. So if you've got a 1984 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in very fine condition with those interesting light silver spots, and you're thinking about selling, where should you go? The best place to start is by checking auction websites, local coin dealers, or even online marketplaces where collectors from around the world actively search for coins like this. Just remember, when selling a coin, it's crucial to be honest about its condition and any imperfections. Having a professional grading service assess your coin can give you a better understanding of its true value. Also, remember that market conditions can vary, so what your coin is worth today might not be the same a few months down the line. The 1984 Washington quarter with P mint mark and light silver spots on the obverse is generally valued between $88,000 in very fine condition, but depending on the overall grade and collector demand, it could fetch more. Make sure to check the coin's grade and condition before jumping into the market, and always be mindful of trends in the numismatic world. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating coin, the 1989 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark. It's an intriguing find, and some of these coins, especially with unique features like gray marks on the obverse and brown waves on the reverse, are sparking big interest in today's collector market. Could yours be worth more than a penny? Stick around to find out. First, let's talk basics. The 1989 Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1989, the coin featured the familiar Lincoln profile on the obverse and the Lincoln memorial on the reverse. Most coins from this year were minted in either Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the mystery. If your 1989 penny lacks a mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. Now, while most of these coins are worth face value, certain conditions and unique characteristics can dramatically increase their value. Let's explore what makes these coins so special. One of the intriguing details collectors are noticing on some 1989 Lincoln pennies is the presence of gray marks on the obverse of the side featuring Lincoln's portrait. These gray marks are often a result of toning or environmental exposure, which gives the coin a unique appearance. These features can make the coin stand out, especially if the marks form distinct patterns or enhance the coin's overall aesthetic. Now flip the coin to the reverse and you might see what we call brown waves. These wavy patterns are often caused by oxidation or reactions between the coin's copper plating and external elements. They add character and can make the coin more desirable to certain collectors. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Even with interesting features like gray marks and brown waves, the value of your 1989 Lincoln penny depends on its overall grade. Coins in fine condition will show moderate wear but retain key details. However, if your coin is in mint state, meaning it looks almost untouched, it could fetch a significantly higher price. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that combine unique features with excellent condition, so keep your eyes peeled. Now, the big question: how much is your 1989 Lincoln penny worth? Coins with unique features like gray marks, brown waves, or exceptional condition can sell for anywhere from $50,000–100,000 in the collector market. Rare examples in near-perfect condition have been known to reach even higher prices at auctions. Remember, the market is driven by demand, so if a particular feature appeals to collectors, the value can spike. If you think you have a valuable 1989 Lincoln penny, here's what to do. Inspect closely. Use a magnifying glass to examine for gray marks on the obverse and brown waves on the reverse. Check the condition. Determine if your coin is in fine, very fine, or mint state. Send your coin to a reputable grading service to certify its value. List your coin on auction sites like eBay or contact a trusted coin dealer to get the best price. So there you have it, the 1989 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Most valuable piece, unique features like gray marks and brown waves can turn it into a collector's treasure. Take a closer look at your change, you might be sitting on a big fortune. Next up, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable pennies. Specifically, we'll be talking about the 1971 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark, which sometimes appears in a dark yellow or golden shade. Could this coin in your collection be worth, or even thousands of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's take a little trip back to 1971. This year was a significant one for coin collectors and numismatics. The U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln 1-cent coin, a design that had been in circulation since 1909, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. By 1971, the minting process had been refined, but that doesn't mean every coin was perfect. In fact, some unique variations and color anomalies, like a dark yellow shade, are what we're focusing on today. If you look carefully at your 1971 Lincoln penny, you might spot a tiny letter D right below the year. This stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of these coins were produced in 1971. The Denver Mint was known for large outputs, but errors and unusual conditions sometimes slipped through. In 1971, the Denver Mint struck 2.91 billion Lincoln pennies. That's right, billions. So why do we even think some of these coins are valuable today? Well, certain unique conditions, errors, and unusual patinas like that dark yellow or golden tone can make these coins stand out to collectors. Now let's talk about the dark yellow shade or golden-toned pennies. Some of you might have come across a 1971 with D penny that looks a little different, darker or even golden compared to the usual reddish-brown copper color. Why does this happen? Over time, copper reacts with air and humidity, creating unique patinas. This can sometimes result in unusual shades like dark yellow, gold, or even greenish tones. Minting variations, sometimes slight inconsistencies in the metal alloy mix during production, can cause a coin to appear darker or brighter. Environmental factors, coins exposed to heat, soil, or chemical changes can develop unexpected colors. But here's the key. If a coin has an unusual patina but remains in very fine condition, it becomes far more interesting to collectors. Now let's talk about value. So you have a 1971 with D penny in very fine condition with that unique yellow tint. How much could it be worth? Condition. Coins are graded from poor to mint state and transmitted from mint facing upwards to collectors guarded by a time savior. Compared to rich coins of the same pattern sold in the past, a coin from an all-yellow set facing backwards with clear details on Lincoln's face and the reverse side. Color and patina. Collectors love unusual and unique patinas, like your dark yellow shade. But rarity and demand play a huge role in the price. Errors or variations. Some 1971 with D pennies feature mint errors, like double D obverse variations or striking issues. These can skyrocket the value of a penny. On the collector's market today, a standard 1971 with D penny, if you have one, with an unusual patina, it could sell for $80,000 or more depending on the buyer. If you're lucky enough to find one with a rare error and the unique shade, the value could climb to $85,000. So, you've got a 1971 with D penny and you're ready to cash in. Here's how to get started. For higher value coins, professional grading services can authenticate and grade your coin. Visit local coin shops. Coin dealers can give you a fair assessment and offer online marketplaces. Websites and heritage auctions allow you to list and sell rare coins to collectors worldwide. Before you toss out that old penny jar, remember this: treasures like the 1971 with D Lincoln penny could be hiding right under your nose. Always check for the mint mark, any unusual colors or patinas, minting errors like doubling on the date or lettering. Even if your coin worth a fortune, collecting coins is a fun and rewarding hobby, and you never know when you'll stumble upon a hidden gem. Next up, we're diving into a specific gem that's been turning heads in the numismatic community: the 1972 Roosevelt Dime without a mint mark, sporting a silver tint and graded in very fine condition. Could this little coin be worth a big stack of dollars in today's collector market? Stick around to find out. The Roosevelt Dime was introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By 1972, the U.S. Mint was producing these dimes in massive quantities across 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the catch. Philadelphia dimes typically lack a mint mark, and the absence of a mint mark alone doesn't make a coin rare. However, our 1972 Roosevelt Dime with a silver tint is a different story altogether. First, let's talk about what makes this coin stand out: its silver tint. By 1972, U.S. dimes were no longer made of silver, but instead consisted of a copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of copper-nickel alloy. However, errors during the minting process can sometimes result in coins with unusual appearances, like a silver tint. This might happen if the coin was struck on an incorrect planchet, such as one intended for a foreign coin, or a leftover blank from the silver era. Collectors love these anomalies because they represent mistakes that somehow escaped the mint's rigorous quality control, making them rare and highly sought after. When it comes to determining value, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with very fine landing around 20 to 35. A very fine coin like our 1972 Roosevelt Dime will show moderate wear, but its details will still be sharp and visible. Collectors appreciate coins in this condition because they strike a balance between affordability and historical significance. Now let's talk numbers. What's this coin worth today? In the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and demand drive the price. A 1972 Roosevelt Dime without a mint mark in very fine condition. These silver-tinted coins are rare and can fetch anywhere from $98,000 depending on the intensity of the tint and the interest among collectors. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with well-documented minting errors. So if you suspect you have one of these, it's worth getting authenticated by a professional grading service. If you think you found a 1972 Roosevelt Dime with a silver tint, here's what to do. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the color and any unusual features. Weigh the coin. A silver placket error might weigh slightly more or less than the standard 2.27 grams. Authenticate the coin. Submit it to a trusted grading service for certification. Research the market. Look up recent auction results to gauge demand. Websites, heritage auctions, and coin forums are great resources. List it for sale. If you're ready to sell, consider online marketplaces or local coin shows to reach interested buyers. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, keep an eye out for these hidden treasures. They might just turn your pocket change into profit. Next up, we're diving into one of the most fascinating finds in modern coin collecting. The 1995 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark. Now you may be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Well, stick around because we're going to cover everything from its history, key features, the spring green big mark, its condition, and most importantly, the incredible value it holds in today's collector's market. First, let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln 1-cent coin has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. And it has gone through several design changes over the years. The 1995 penny, however, is part of the widely circulated series that features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1995 penny was minted in large numbers, with billions produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's the catch. The coin we're discussing today is the 1995 Lincoln cent, which was struck in Philadelphia. If you're lucky enough to find one, you might be holding a real gem. Now, let's talk about the features of the coin. The obverse shows Abraham Lincoln, and on the reverse, we have the familiar Union Shield design, which has been on the cent since 2010. But for the 1995 penny, we see the traditional 1-cent design, with the Lincoln Memorial in the background. These details are quite familiar to anyone who collects U.S. coins. However, what makes the 1995 Lincoln cent without a mint mark even more interesting is something called the spring green big mark. Let's break that down. The spring green big mark refers to a notable discoloration or anomaly that often appears on these coins, usually in the form of a greenish tint that resembles corrosion or environmental damage. This greenish coloration can sometimes come from copper's natural reaction to the air over time, forming a green patina known as verdigris. However, when collectors refer to the spring green big mark, they're often talking about a unique, noticeable spot or discoloration on the coin that can impact its overall appearance. If you come across a 1995 penny with a significant spring green big mark, it could make the coin stand out in your collection, adding to its rarity. The degree of the mark can vary, but collectors tend to value these pennies more when the mark is bold and clearly visible. So let's get to the part everyone's really waiting for. How much is this 1995 Lincoln cent worth today? Well, its value can vary greatly depending on several factors, like the overall condition of the coin, the presence of the spring green big mark, and demand in the collector's market. In terms of condition, we're talking about coins in fine condition. A coin graded in this category typically has some wear but still retains most of the original design details. However, if your coin has that distinct spring green big mark and is in better condition, you could see values shoot up to $45,000 depending on how rare the mark is and how many collectors are currently bidding for it. But here's the real kicker. If you find a 1995 penny without a mint mark, in mint state, or even in nearly mint state, it can fetch well over $52,000. That's right, a coin that was worth only a cent when it was minted is now worth a lot more, especially if it's in top-tier condition and has that spring green big mark. In recent years, the value of modern coins has been steadily climbing, especially when it comes to specific errors or unique features. The Lincoln 1995 penny with no mint mark and its distinctive spring green big mark has been gaining popularity in the coin collector community, and you'll often find these coins being traded at major coin shows. Online auction sites and heritage often feature these types of pennies, and with the rise of the internet, it's easier than ever for collectors to discover these coins and bid on them. Depending on how rare your specific coin is, you could end up making a pretty substantial profit if you decide to sell. So, to sum it up, the 1995 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark, particularly with a noticeable spring green big mark, is a coin that should definitely catch your eye if you're a collector. While it might not have been worth much when it was first minted, today it's a piece of US history that can command a significant value, especially when in good condition or with a unique feature like that green mark. If you're out there hunting through your change or looking to expand your collection, keep an eye out for this particular penny. It could be your ticket to a valuable find. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and other fascinating pieces of numismatic history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with any questions or coins you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, happy collecting.